and you walk by, I hit you with sexy eyes. You look through me as if I wasn't right. Oh no, you didn't just walk on through. It's time.
Hey people, yeah, I know I'm inside, but welcome to build day 16 for the Haunted Tents. Down here at my computer, and I've been meaning to say something the last couple vlogs and keep forgetting. Wanted to bring up my 400 subscriber contest, which is currently running. I'll put a link down to the video I did on that down here in the description, if I remember. I'm usually out of it by closing. But we're still, so far we've had 7 people enter the contest. Basically you need to be subscribed to the channel, and then basically I need a picture. If you want to enter the contest, a little bit different, you need to send me a picture of yourself in last year's Halloween costume. Okay, and then I'll check the video link down below in the description to get all the details on how the contest is being ran. I'm not going to get into it here, but I did want to say we've got 7 people enter, and I wanted to give a shout out and a thanks to them. We have Basat, and if I mispronounce names I apologize, Dead End Cemetery, Halloweenville, Judd Ware, Mitchell, Yitz, and I know I butchered that name, so my sincere apologies. Nail Bunny Girl and Woodland Haunters. So far they've sent their pick. That did not sound good. I'll have to go up and check. But anyway, we've had those people send in photos for the contest. Deadline for the contest, I do believe, is October 24th. So you still got a little bit of time to get your pictures in if you want to enter the contest. So don't forget to do that. With that being said, I'm going to put down the camera and go see what that racket was upstairs. So a little bit more in a little bit. And we've made it up into the kitchen. Found out what that mysterious noise was. We are washing the haunt bottles. And a couple of them really weren't balanced all that well and tipped over and made all the clanking noise.
This one still has its label on it.
Yeah.
My yeast.
Yeah. Well, you can leave the yeast in there, and you know it's watertight seal. But the set director is going through, getting all our bottles together, getting them washed, getting them ready. Some of them, especially the ones that go into the witch's display, we'll put, dried rice into them, pepper, twigs, what have you, to make them look like witches' ingredients, and they'll get set out throughout the haunt. But before she could do that, after sitting downstairs all year long,
here, have some basil.
yeah, here, fresh basil, dried basil from our garlic, that will go into one of the bottles for the witch's display. But after sitting downstairs all year long, they've got to be cleaned and what have you, because some of the stuff, like her yeast and stuff, you don't want to put that in a dirty bottle, because she'll be using that, especially around Christmas and stuff for all the baking. You don't want dirty food products. So.
And this one's cinnamon and sugar, so for toast.
Yeah. This one over here needs its lid done.
Yeah.
Dire day. You haven't gotten that far yet. So. But, that's what the racket was. She was setting them out to dry, and a couple of them tipped over. Those they're hand blown, and they're not.
It stays there.
But it's not perfectly balanced, and they kept falling over.
This is the first one that fell over.
Yeah. She sat down on the towel and it fell over. But here on the counter, they're setting up. Oh, well. Now we know what the mysterious noise is. Now, I got to get outside, get the truck moved, and get my tools together. We're going to get started on that spider display today. Back in the saddle again. Okay, now we're back outside. I've done my pre-checks already this morning. And I got the truck moved, blow-ups are working and everything. And not going to show you stuff I've already showed you last night or late yesterday by doing a walkthrough. But we got to get over here into the spider display and get her finished. And I feel like I would give you a better look at this. I know it was kind of dark last night. I'm in the process of putting this green mesh up. It's basically chicken wire is what it is, with a plastic coating on it. But if you notice, you're looking down the wall here, it's not straight and level. There's bumps and ridges in it, and we want that. My wife will come out with cobwebbing, and we'll go over all the panels with cobwebbing. Gives it more of a 3D look, and it also gives her something to put the cobwebbing on. So far, we've gotten just the upper portion done. I need to get in here and do the bottoms portion. Same style. I need to wrap part of the tree there, and I got a piece for that. And I need to get it up on that wall there. And we still got a lot of it left. I even got one roll we never even used last year. So I'm just going to kind of keep going. See what we have left. Wife and I are also debating on maybe arcing it from this wall up and over onto this wall so she can hang cobwebbing down. But we're thinking, since it's underneath a tree, we really don't need to do that, because the tree gives it a kind of a creepy effect too. And she can hang cobwebs and stuff off the tree. So I don't know, we'll have to wait and kind of see. Okie dokie. Took me about an hour, maybe a little under that, but wanted to show you. I got the mesh up on the walls all the way around for this display. And there'll be a curtain hanging here dividing this area from the gypsy. I even went and took some of my scrap and put it over the ceiling here to that bar, from which we can hang some spiders or cobwebbing or what have you. I might use my webcaster on that. In here, I mentioned about, we were thinking about doing it, decided not to because of the tree. You know, the tree adds a creepy enough effect, especially at night and stuff, and we can cobweb up the bottom of the tree fairly easy. So we've got that done. Now, next order of business, getting into that tub and start populating this display. First thing that's going to be going up is probably the giant spider web back there, so I can get that mechanism set. Hey guys, still working over in the spider display. Figured I'd show you the big web. Got it up, and I just got my mechanism done. Now this mechanism is courtesy of Widowmaker Productions. He tinkers a lot with his Halloween displays, comes up with some wild mechanisms and stuff for a lot of his props. His Grieving Widow prop being probably about the best thing he's ever done, in my opinion. That thing is just amazing. But he made one of these mechanisms for a scarecrow that he does. It bounces up and down, jiggles back and forth a little bit. 6 or 7 foot tall. And when I saw that, I thought of this display, and I just scaled it down. This one goes about 4 foot. Basically, it's powered by a windshield wiper motor down there, and the arm just drives this piston up and down, and it rattles back and forth. Real simple mechanism and all. It takes a while to get some angles and stuff working on it right, but I use it for the my spider display. I put it in the way I've got it set. When this thing starts going, this web will bounce with it, will move with it, so it will jiggle. Now I have a huge spider I attached to it, whose legs are also attached to the webbing, and when that thing starts going, it looks like that spider is kind of rearing up at you, and the whole web will jiggle. Nice little startle scare. This prop here I'll probably have hooked up to one of the Scuba Boo boards, along with some foggers, a fog machine, and maybe a couple other little things all go into this display. Not sure on that part, but I know a fogger and the spider will be hooked up to this one. So, but it looks neat. Now you'll see it running. I guarantee you'll see it running. Once I get the display done, get power out here, I always go through all the different displays and show you everything. So, hey guys, going on about 3:30, 4 o'clock. Been messing around out here today and keep forgetting to grab the camera. I've been out here working, and the wife has been out here working as well, doing some of her set dressing. And I figured I'd show you. Put some garland on that, make it look like it's coming out of the wall, you know, like it's been there a while. I think that looks kind of neat. It'd be neat when you get some lights up on it. Didn't do anything in here. She got some more garland there. And then we showed you those guys last night. We need to get that into place. We were talking about that already. Don't know when we'll get that into place. And then we got this skeleton here that she did. Nothing in the chain haul. But you get over here into the pirates, and she started putting out some of the bottles and what have you. And I got the treasure chest closed over there at the moment. And we get in here, and here's the spider display. That curtain's going to be right here. They're going to push through it and get hit with that. It doesn't do anything, it just sits there, but it ought to be a good startle scare. This one here will have a light in from underneath, hopefully, you know, to kind of highlight it as they come through the curtain. Then they turn around and they get this. The big spider in the back's animated. That drop down spider is animated. If it goes off, it's more motion than sound, and if it's not bright enough, it won't go off. This young lady here is a spirit prop I bought years ago. She's worked good up until last year. She's one of the ones that got drenched. I don't know if she's going to fire off or not. I haven't plugged her in to test her out yet, but I'm hoping to. I wanted something else animated in here other than that spider. So we got that. Then the wife was over here and got some flowers out and a couple of bottles and some creepy cloth. Got into here, nothing here. But she was over here, got more creepy cloth up on the fireplace, brought in some more bottles, still have a few more bottles, need to get labels on things, and a little bit of that and this. And then I've been working over here. We got our, you see by the thread there, we got our trail ran for the people to go through. I don't want them coming in this door and having a straight shot at that door. So we're going to do our ponds in this configuration, and then we'll have the fences on to kind of make sure they go that way, unless they want to climb over a 4 foot fence, 4 foot high fence. And we got this one here, and no, that's not where Clifford goes. That's where the big fluorescent wall goes. I just have him over there because he was in the way over here. But everything's getting into where it needs to be for right now. We're gonna head down to Home Depot. I need to buy some 2x6s to get these ponds framed in. Once the ponds are framed in, I can bring that wall out, the pipe wall out, and get it into place. I'm out of my shop and I have some freaking room. So I'm gonna get that, and then we can start getting all the props and stuff kind of into place. The liners won't go in until next week sometime. I do not want to kill the grass. My mother, aka landlord, would have a fit. So I usually put it in a couple, usually about 3-4 days before we open. I'll put the liners in, fill them with water, and make sure they don't leak, fix any leaks that there are leaks and stuff. So, but I need to get the frames in so I can get the props into their place. So, yeah, you know, so today's stage one, getting the frames in. I doubt I'll get the frames all done today. You know, we'll get the wood in here and get a lot of it, you know, cut it into place. It just won't be all the way assembled. And we'll finish assembly on them tomorrow and probably get the wall out here tomorrow. And just kind of go from there. But that's where I'm at now. We've got corn haul here, and we've done nothing in it. We do have that tub of Mishkabibble props that can go in here. My wife's going to come out and rub down the pictures. They're all kind of dusty from being up in the attic. Have not done any electrical yet. She did get some creepy cloth and a tablecloth over that. And then I've got the drapery here that needs to get hung up above the mirror, which I have not done yet. Keep forgetting about that. So we're making some progress out here, definitely. just a matter of getting everything done. Yeah, great, cigar went out. I just love it when it goes out. But a little bit here, a little bit there. Still a lot of little fine touches and stuff to do. And we're getting there slowly. Hey guys, I'm in the light. What do you know? The limelight, yeah! It's going on a little bit after 8. Wanted to kind of catch up on what I've been doing out here. Over in the sewer room, we went down and picked up a bunch of lumber. 10 pieces of 2x6, 8 foot long. And I had some lengths left over from last year. I've been using on various projects, not enough to do the ponds. But I did get out here and get the first pond totally framed in. This is the one that the wall goes into. Being 8 o'clock, we got a lot of retired people in our neighborhood and stuff. I can't be out here using that thing and cutting wood at 8 o'clock at night. I will have some very unhappy neighbors so if I keep it up. So I'm going to call it quits at 8 o'clock tonight. Not that I'm tired, I'd like to keep going. It's just too noisy. I got to think of the neighbors. So I'm going to go ahead and got a couple other little things I got to do. First off, I don't know if you can see it over there. Yeah, you can. If I do this, that's where the other pond goes. As you can tell, I got stuff all over it. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes and get that stuff for right now moved over to the pond I just got finished with, so it's out of the way. And then tomorrow morning I can jump right in on that pond and start getting it finished. You know, at least framed. Not finished, but framed. So that's what I'm going to be working on now. And then tomorrow we'll jump out here and get this finished out here. So here we go again. Okay, people. Haunted Tents Setup Day Wrap-Up from the front porch. Oh, we did get somewhere tonight. Actually, today. I got all the basic stuff in the spider display. Got finished with that. The wife's been out here doing some greenery here and there on skeletons and what have you. Got the jars out. She's been doing some cobwebbing. She got started in the spider display too. Got quite a ways. I'll show you some footage of that in the morning. It's too dark to shoot it now. With me being done over in the spider display for now, I got started over in the sewer room. Ended up having to run an errand and go get some lumber. We got one pond, as you saw, framed in. Tomorrow's docket should get the other pond framed in. No problem with that. And then get that wall out of my shop so I can have some room. Get it out in the haunt, put together, put into place. And then I don't know if I'm going to call it quits on the haunt build at that point once that wall's in, and switch over and get the crank ghost made, which will probably take an afternoon. I'd like to say about an hour, but it's probably going to take several hours. There'll be bugs and stuff with it. Though most of the videos I've seen on how to make a crank ghost look pretty straightforward, and I've got all the supplies for it. I don't know if I'll, once the wall gets anchored into place, if I'll stop and work on the crank ghost, or work on getting the rest of the props in, then work on the crank ghost. I don't know. All I know is that crank ghost needs to get made and put into place. So I can close that wall up and be done with it. The crank ghost is also the last prop of the season that I need to make. And then all my props for the 2013 season is done. So I'm kind of anxious to do that. Get it done and out of the way and be done for 2013. I could close my books. And yes, I was keeping all my receipts this year. Again, just like I did last year. And I sat down a couple of weeks back and kind of totaled things up, and I blew last year's total away. I spent about just a hair over $4,000 last year, and I'm over $6,000 this year so far for supplies. Then again, I had the wall panels, which was a huge project. The fencing was a huge project. The mausoleum was a big project. I had a crap ton of big projects this year, so that's where most of the money went. Next year, what I have on the docket, probably going to be about the same as this year. Hate to say it. Get into more about that when we get into building for next year. We gotta get this year finished first. But like I said a little while ago, I'll give you guys a shot of my wife's cobwebbing over in the spider display tomorrow when we get out here, and then I'm going to be working on that sewer room. Whether I end up stopping to work on a crank ghost or not, we gotta get that sewer room done. And you know, it'll probably be Thursday, day after tomorrow, before I have that sewer room all the way done and ready for the lining. So have to wait and see, won't we? With that, I'm rambling. I'm gonna call it quits. Go in and relax a bit, get this edited, get it uploaded, and I will talk to you folks tomorrow from the Haunted Tents, live from the Haunted Tents. Build day, I'm taking a guess here, 15? It's either 15 or 16, one of the two. Sorry, I'm tired, but live from the Haunted Tents, saying stay spooky out there, people.